Today on the channel, we do the Bartman with a guy that made delinquency an art. Last name Simpson, first name Bart, with the Bartman Jakks Simpsons.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Jakks Simpsons unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a possible Walmart exclusive with Bartman from the new Simpsons line. But for all your non-Walmart exclusive needs, hit up Entertainment Earth, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on all in-stock items, anything over $59. Does ship free, gotta get a deal over there. And of course, everybody, if you can, do the Bartman as the classic song goes from way back in the day. I was rocking that Simpsons cassette tape when I was a little kid. I was doing the Bartman to and from school, of course. And the Bartman is quite the character, as we know, but in a weird plot twist, apparently never been in an episode of The Simpsons. It's one of those things where you think there has been, but apparently never was in there. I think there might have been a graphic or something, or an image shown on TV or something, but not an actual storyline, not an actual time where he's putting the cowl on or anything like that. But one thing this definitely is an easy repaint, and that is this name of the game in action figures. Have to imagine with this Simpsons line, we're going to see a ton of that. We're going to see Homer, Krusty, a lot of stuff like that, a lot of reuse, a lot of getting the most out of your molds, and we're seeing it for the first time right here with Bartman, a takeoff, of course, of Bart Simpson, and we'll compare those later on in this very video here. And of course, we're going to do this video like we do all the other videos on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. And originally, I didn't want to collect this line, but so far, very easy to get. $12.99 price point, sometimes cheaper. You really can't go wrong with this. It's a fun little ancillary line, but it's one of those lines that really could snowball into literally 1,000 figures. So it'll be interesting to see how deep this goes. We know it's going to go deeper than Super 7 at this point. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. But let's check out the old Bartman. We're doing the Bartman right here. Very small packaging, small figure as well. Uniform packaging so far on these. You got that purple background, Simpsons logo. You got Homer, you got Bart, you got Marge, you got Lisa, you got Homer once again. There's a little cool graphic over here. On card collectors, I can see them lining these up, and you get all the faces going. That kind of looks pretty cool. And on the back, there it is, Snowball taking a nap. You got the cross cell down below. It does not show Bartman, which makes you feel like this is a Chase store exclusive, something along those lines. Bartman rocking it up there with his slingshot like a young Jay North. Oh, shout out to Jay North, a.k.a. Dennis the Menace. Oh, a lot of kids, myself included, grew up watching Dennis the Menace on Nickelodeon reruns. Besides that, nothing. Bartman is what it is. Give me a Dennis the Menace line. Can we get that? I want Mr. Wilson, and I'll take either one of them. I liked both versions of Mr. Wilson when I was a kid. But I'm here for it. Bartman, see you later, goodbye. And then he is touched onto here. Touched? Locked onto here, there. Simpsons Bartman, it says on the back. Gonna get him out of this plastic prison. We're gonna do the Bartman once and for all. And stay tuned to the end of the video where I am going to do a karaoke version of the Bartman song. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that at all. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Can I get Bart out? He is locked in, or Bartman, I should say, locked in right here. Get the most out of your molds. We do got one new accessory here, so I do appreciate that. There it is. See you later up high. Goodbye. Let's get down to business here. We're going to start with the new accessory. It is, of course, the slingshot. The mortal enemy of squirrels everywhere and the occasional bird, as we do know. But it is a slingshot. Got a little rock inside there. It's already back, ready to go. I remember I had a buddy that was dead-eye with a slingshot and the kids. You know, back in the old days, the old times, of course, a lot of kids, we were playing outside all the time. That's what kids did. You go on your bike, skateboard, whatever. You go meet up with other kids. And one kid, he was dead-eye with one of these. I've told the story numerous times on the channel about the twin brothers that had the throwing stars, the ninja stars, and hitting each other with them. Oh, that was a tough day. But all kinds of cool stuff. So slingshot, an old-timey weapon. Now you don't see these. You could buy these in like toy stores for kids back in the day. Now they're probably just at like your Bass Pro Shop or something like that. But it is nice, new accessory to the line. Hopefully we see more new accessories in the future. Of course, we saw the skateboard with Bart Simpson. Very similar, same thing. I think same color, same paint job. I guess I'll pull that Bart out right now. Same paint job, same everything. So they didn't even try to change this up at all. Is what it is. I will say you could use that slingshot for the original Bart, though. We did notice that just now. But now we're diving into Bartman. I feel like we've been here before. We just unboxed Bartman probably 6 months ago on the channel. The Super 7 Ultimate version. We'll bring that out shortly. But we got Bartman from Jakks here. Now, talk about getting the most out of your molds, but it makes sense. That's what they're going to do. It's a toy line. They're going to do it, and it does make sense because it's the same character. The difference is, of course, we do get the different outfit here. So you get the red shirt here, blue shirt here, same shoes going on. You do get a cape like a young Lando Calrissian. Plastic cape on this one here, looking good. And then, of course, you got the painted on purple cowl over the top. Who is it? Nobody will know who this is with this spiky hair. But it does look like Bart. It does look like Bartman. Got no issues with this one. Got no issues really with anything with this figure. Makes sense. It get the most out of your mold. Store exclusive. Ancillary character, one that a lot of people do know, though, so I don't know how ancillary it is, but it makes a lot of sense. I can justify this all day long. Arms all the way around for us, of course. You get a bicep cut. Single jointed elbow, side to side at the elbow. Hands back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth. No up and down on the head, though. You do get waist articulation. Those big old Bartman splits, if you need them. Legs do go up. Single jointed knee, side to side, boot cut as well. Then you got a peg hole for him to fit on his skateboard as well. Got two gripping hands, or no, he's got a fist, a fury hand, and a gripping hand. Different than Bart, so we got different hands between these two as well. But you got to have the grip it and rip it hand right here so he can have this slingshot. You got to display him with the slingshot, ready to go, ready to take on the world. Quite the weapon. I guess better than a machine gun if you're a little kid, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like he wants to hold this very well. That's kind of a bummer, if you ask me. If it won't hold, yeah, it won't even stay in his hand. What are we doing here? I don't know, your mileage may vary, but mine is not wanting to stay in there. So that's kind of disappointing. Not kind of, no kind of about it. That is very disappointing that he can't even hold the slingshot. That doesn't make any sense. I guess you put it in there and you kind of lean it up on his shoulder for a little stability. Not even then can I get it to stay. Definitely not going to stay in the fisted hand. So that is just absolutely disappointing from the get-go right there. That should fit in his hand. There should be no issues with that. That should plug in nicely. There we go. A little bit of a lean on the side of his ear. I mean, your mileage may vary once again, but that is frustrating. Wish he held that a little bit better. Might have to take some of those clear rubber bands we get with figures and kind of wrap it around to keep that nice and tight because nobody wants to lose an accessory, especially me. He should fit on this stand, I would imagine. He definitely does not fit on a ringside stand. We tested that last time. But the Bartman does fit on his skateboard right here, and he can match up with old Bart. The twins, oh, the twins of evil is what these are. It's like Undertaker and Kane right here is what they are. But very interesting. Cool to get Bartman, but like I said, we just recently got Bartman. Got that right here. This new one does not hold a candle to this Bartman. Soft goods cape, bigger features, all that. However, $12, $13 price point, $55 price point. That's a heck of a difference. So this better be 10 times better than this one at that price point. But I do enjoy this one. One of the great action figure disappointments of the last decade, I will say, is the Super 7 Simpsons line. Running out of steam, getting canceled. Very, very disappointing. That could have really went down as one of the greatest toy lines of all time. World of Springfield was very good for its time as well, but Super 7 with what they do, and if they could have went deep into the championship rounds and beyond, could have been something that, you know, you'd be telling your grandkids about one day. Unfortunately, not in the cards. Now Jakks taking the ball, and Jakks is going to be a lot more similar to Playmates I do envision in the future. But we're going to stay tuned to this line, see where it goes. Very excited about it. Love the low price point. Just a little bit uneasy about how many figures we could get. And then if they start doing play sets, which I would not be shocked to see, ooh, do you got the room? I don't know. That's going to be an interesting one, but we'll stay along for the ride as long as we can, and that's where Bartman ends up here, the first of these special figures so far. We got more to come. We've seen some of those hitting GameStop recently, so we'll stay tuned to more of the Simpsons stuff in the future. But there it is, the Walmart, sure, exclusive Bartman. What are your guys' thoughts? Is this a pickup for you, a pass, a long game? I'm not so sure game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day, and then some. And of course, more content for you on the Patreon, including early access to both YouTube channel videos, all kinds of stuff over on the Patreon. Appreciate the support. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media, SirPulse64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on, of course, Threads and Instagram. So, for Bartman, and I'm going to do the Bartman now. No, I'm not, but it'd be fun to, wouldn't it? But for Bartman, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.